All right.
Right on. So let's roll.
Toyota.
Main topic.
My beloved Toyota. This is might be a segment we might have to file under tough love. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's so much to get into with what's going on behind the scenes with Toyota. How about we start with this, Jay? Mm-hmm. Some news that we can verify. They are killing off the Land Cruiser after this model year. So there will be no 2022 Land Cruiser.
That is correct.
Well, because, Jay, nobody's buying large SUVs here in the United States, right?
No, they are not. They're just not buying those things.
There's not a huge demand for overland. For example, Jay, let's say you go to SEMA, like last year. No Jeeps, Tacomas.
None.
No
Broncos, right? None of that. Nothing.
None of that, right?
No.
Like, not 75% of the show maybe dedicated to that.
No.
Nah. No market there.
So they kill the Land Cruiser. This is it.
So this is the same thing that they did with my beloved FJ, where they went through a tough patch, and it was due to a recession in 2008, and they hit the panic button, and they stopped production on the FJ because their sales numbers dropped.
Right.
The minute they took that thing off the market, Jeep, all of them, started to skyrocket.
Boom. Yep. The FJ was a catalyst for a lot of these guys going nuts.
They just weren't patient with it. They weren't. It's like the first 5 episodes of Seinfeld, right?
Yeah.
NBC was ready to pull the plug on that show. Mm-hmm. You remember that?
I do.
Because it wasn't getting the ratings, and they were panicking.
Yep.
Yeah, because, that's...
And then all of a sudden, people go, oh, I like that.
So not only are they going to kill the Land Cruiser, the sister vehicle on the Lexus side is getting... So the V8 that they would typically use in these larger SUVs...
4 liters, right? 4.0 liters? Is that correct? Or is it the... No, wait a minute. Those are those 5...
Yes. Yes, the bigger.
Yeah, those big V8s, yes.
Well, they're going to dumb it down now to a V6, to a smaller one in the same large vehicle. And I can only guess that this is due to them getting complaints over fuel economy. But look, man,
Meanwhile, Chrysler getting bought up by everybody and cramming these Hemis and everything they can.
Right. Pete, if you're buying that kind of a vehicle, what's the MPG should not even be a question you ask.
Right, man. This is true. I think that somebody is missing. They're missing the. There's got to be more to what we have said all along, that Toyota has to be playing the long game. Man.
Okay, but
they have to be.
And I hope you're right. But if you're anybody as an auto manufacturer, doesn't Toyota, Ford, GM, Jeep, Chrysler, whoever.
Hmm?
If you have something else in mind, why, in your right mind, would you discontinue one model and not have something else at the ready to take that slot in the lineup? Because you are giving up sales to the competition.
Right. So here's what's going on with Toyota, and I can tell you the information that I turned up was this, is that the Land Cruiser is definitely dead for 2022. We know that. Will it come back for 2023, 2024? We don't know that yet. What we do know, though, is in 2023, the 4Runner is going to be completely redesigned in 2023. Now, is that going to be giving us all a taste of what we can expect from, say, a new redesigned Land Cruiser? Quite possibly. Now, we've seen Chrysler roll out and reveal the prototype of their new Grand Wagoneer. They just rolled out the new Grand Cherokee L with some new things, some twists to what they're doing, adding a third row. These are larger vehicles. Ford rolled out the Bronco. GM with the Hummer. Of course, it's all electric. So as I was digging and reading a little bit more into this, let's go back and reflect on the last couple of years of what Toyota has done. Okay, so the Toyota 86, we knew what that was, right? It's a Subaru, right? Okay, so hear me out. That's a Subaru. So they partnered up with Subaru, which makes sense. It's not uncommon to see auto manufacturers partner up and trade technologies and do those things, right? We get that. Then Supra. Here's the Supra, guys. Supra. Well, it's a BMW, right? If you take a look at this, if they are playing the long game and they're kind of laying back in the weeds and partnering up with some of these other manufacturers and their technologies, there may be something big coming for Toyota in the next couple of years from a technology standpoint, because the Germans they've got the autonomous stuff figured out. They're leading in the autonomous world. We just recently did a podcast on pedestrian automatic emergency braking. And by far, all of the German-made and European-made and Asian-made vehicles did so much better than, well, the Hyundai didn't, but the Nissan did well, and we know the Audi did well. There's another one in there, but the Ford didn't do very well at all. And I think the Kia was not a slam dunk.
Everybody's getting out of sedan sales. Ford is pulling out. GM is pulling out. They're all making fewer and fewer passenger cars. They're moving to crossovers. Nobody's buying passenger cars. Now, I do understand that the 86 and the Supra are both sportier cars, but why, if you're a Toyota, do you go for two of those kinds of models? Now, I understand they're at different price points and all that. And you completely get out of the large footprint SUV. Now, don't even start with the 4Runner thing. That's a great vehicle. It is not nowhere near as big as the Land Cruiser.
Right.
Nowhere near as big.
Could it upsize though?
Oh my God!
Redesign.
I'm going to have an aneurysm if that's the plan. That is just beyond dumb.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, I know they've got the Sequoia, but this is a 60-year-ish tradition that Toyota's done with the Land Cruiser. It has a huge following. It's a really, really bulletproof vehicle. It is just an amazing. It's older in terms of the components that it's using. Nobody cares. It's a solid vehicle.
When you think of the Land Cruiser, Keith, and I'm talking like visually, what do you visualize when you see the Land Cruiser? The first thing that pops to my mind is the old versions, right?
Yeah. Going camping, going off-roading.
Like a power wagon.
Like a real off-road vehicle. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. So maybe Toyota has stepped back and said, let's make the all-new redesigned. Let's have the Sequoia. Let's have that from an elegance and a luxury standpoint. Let's upgrade the 4Runner a little bit, but let's bring the Land Cruiser back, and let's do what Ford did. Like Ford, it was bringing the Bronco back. Everybody said it's got to look like the old Bronco. It's got to do this. Are they potentially planning a rebirth of the, like a retro version of that?
But you don't pull one model off the sales sheet before you have something ready to take its place.
Yeah.
That is suicide.
Yeah. Well, they've got a number of new, a number of new vehicles that are coming.
You're not convincing me here, Jay.
But it's not anything equivalent to what they're pulling. That's the thing. They don't have anything to replace that.
Right.
They pulled the FJ. They didn't have really anything to replace that as well.
Right.
Okay. So those are two models that they have pulled over the years that, from an Overland crowd standpoint, they have totally missed the train. Totally missed the train. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. It's like they just don't even care. But see, Jay, they spend a ton of money to be at these events like SEMA. They are one of the premier press releases given during the past few. And they made a big push this year also, virtually. That has to cost them. They're there. How can you be there, not look around in the hall? I mean, is your head just completely in the sand?
Right, and we've said that on a number of levels. Like, why is it that they're the only ones that do not have a true EV out there?
And if you want to go, okay, so now let's get into that. But before we do, I want to say one more thing before I'm done. Taking swings. If you want to make the argument to be that your sales numbers are dropping on the Land Cruiser or the FJ or any of these SUVs, figure out why. Don't just pull the plug on the whole platform. Why is Jeep putting Hemis and anything you can literally ask them to? Right. Why is Jeep come up with in the past 5 years like 4 different new body styles on the Jeep platform?
Right.
Why is Ford coming out with 2 different Bronco models if nobody's buying SUVs? You're doing something wrong, and you need to figure it out and not just pull the plug on, we lost some sales this year, so let's cancel the whole program. That just...
Right. They have really, really put their eggs in one basket over the last 10 years, which is their hybrid.
So,
their hybrid
do you think they're just going all in on that? And if so, remember, this is a company known for their four-wheel drive vehicles historically.
Right. But we both know that electric, all EV off-road vehicles are making a strong presence right now.
So,
and maybe are they paying attention, and are they going to bring it back as an EV? We don't know that yet. But that could be. But we have said that they, what are they doing? What are they doing? Maybe they're playing the long game, and maybe they are. But
we think they're going Gen 3 or something in terms of an EV. They're not going to jump into the Tesla competitive pool. They're going to wait for.
I've got some information on the
EV. Let's
EV.
have it. All right, let's go.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. So the new pure electric Toyota BZ SUV. It's an SUV. It's like a RAV4 type vehicle. And it is within a partnership with Subaru. Again, what I said, they're partnering with companies for technology.
Are they going to become the Craftsman or the Kenmore of the car industry?
You just never know, man. I mean,
but they're just going to rebrand everybody else's.
Yeah, but they're developing its first fully electric car, and again, it's going to be called the Toyota BZ. Which stands for Beyond Zero. And that's going to be a platform for them. They say there's tons of vehicles coming in the BZ platform, okay? Now, they also have, don't know if you're aware of this, I'm sure you are, but I didn't know that it was sold here in the U.S. because I haven't paid that much attention to it, but the Mirai, which is their fuel cell vehicle, okay? So they put this thing out.
I've walked through the living room when there's been videos playing on it. Yes. Right.
It's been in the US, but then my curiosity is like, okay, so where do you go fill this thing up at? So I pulled up hydrogen fuel stations.
California.
There's virtually none in the US. They're all in California.
Honda did the same thing. They established a test market footprint and they chose California. I think they get some breaks to do it that way because California is much friendlier to those new kind of prototype type fuel platforms.
Right.
So
there you go. Finally, an all electric. And I think it's coming to Europe first. Europe tends to get a lot of this technology first, a lot of these type vehicles first. But then, so I ran across this as well. This, again, call me for being oblivious to this going on. But are you aware of the e-Tinga lineup, the E-T-N-G-A product lineup? So Toyota is now revealing more about its new e-Tinga platform. The company has just announced production preparations for a new SUV model with a purely electric drive based on a new platform. It combines variable with non-variable key components and thus offers high flexibility in terms of vehicle width, length, wheelbase, height, front, rear, and all-wheel drive. It's a Toyota global architecture that they're rolling out.
All right. So at this point, though, I'm sticking to my guns. It is a stupid move to kill off any existing product lines until you have this thing almost production ready. This is the equivalent almost to GM saying we're going to make a flying car. Great. You have an idea. Right. How long is it going to take to get that idea into production?
Right. And unless the reason why they've been so quiet and we've been hearing crickets is because that's what that's where they're putting all their interest in.
So here's let's end it with this. I'm gonna hopefully this will turn into an I told you so.
I hate to say I told you so.
Toyota, if you guys do not have some plan revealed in the next, I'm going to be gracious here, 6 months, you're just going to continue to lose market share. You better have a big unveiling that's pretty awesome, very competitive, and it needs to not be a rival to something that's already out there, like a Tesla, like a Model X or a Model Y. It needs to be beyond that. It needs to be better because solid state cells that are faster charging, whatever it is, you better get there quickly. You've got 6 months. The clock's ticking. Go.
Right. I'm thinking that they took heed from, and I'll give you a quote real quick, from Sheikh Ahmed Zaki Yamani from 2000. He says, "The Stone Age did not end because the world ran out of stones. And the oil age will not end because we run out of oil. 30 years from now, there will be a huge amount of oil and no buyers. Oil will be left in the ground." So I wonder if Toyota is listening to that, and that's where they're going. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, Jay, get us out of here before my head explodes.
Hey, everybody, look. Thank you for watching today. If you're watching, you can check us out over on youtube.com/Parts Counter Gurus. While you're there, smash that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up and ring that bell so you are notified when these videos come out. If you are a audio podcast fan only, we love you too. Please go to partscounterguru.com, sign up, go to the podcast links, man. Go to any platform you want. We are out there on every single platform that you could possibly think of. Follow us on social media. We're on facebook.com/Parts Counter Gurus. We're on Instagram at The Parts Counter Gurus. We're also on Twitter where our handle is at The Counter Show. Wow, man. And if you just want to shop for anything, we've got a nice little icon up at the top right-hand side. Go through Amazon. Go there. Anything like that helps us out tremendously. We don't know what you're buying. We are an Amazon associate. If you buy through our website, we just get a little love. It helps us keep this show going. And if you are already subscribed and you are already doing all these things, thank you so much. And we want more people to come on board. So please tell a friend, like us, share us, do everything you can, get the word out.
Thanks, Jay. All right. So
that's all I got.
I'm going to leave with this. Now, you know, I'm a huge, I think we all are, big Betty White fans who recently turned 99.
Oh, absolutely. She's amazing.
Recently turned 99. Did you know this?
I did.
All right. So I was digging for some Betty White quotes because I thought, you know, pay homage to Betty. Okay. I'm going to leave you with this. Betty White was asked a while back how she stays healthy. This is what she said. She said, "I'm a huge health nut. My favorite food is hot dogs with French fries. And my exercise, I have a 2-story house and a very bad memory. So I'm up and down those stairs a lot."
That's awesome, man.
I just feel like she's our kind of people, man.
God bless you, Betty White. I love her, man. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She is relevant. She is funny.
Yep.
God bless her. Happy birthday, Betty.
Thank you. So, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Just like Jay said, we appreciate all the likes and comments very much. Until next time, that is Jay over there. I'm Keith. We'll talk to you soon.
Later, guys.